Hello, greetings, and we are all in alignment with Anita A, Cheryl V, your stress reduction gurus. There, every week we come to you live and in person for a while, and we get our inspiration from the Personal Paradise card deck by Tara Catherine Collins. And can I say the surprise, or do you think they'll watch Facebook?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
Because it has nothing to do with them.
True.
No.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Anyway, so we get our inspiration from this deck. And while I was waiting for my partner to manage everything here, because I get to just,
Yeah.
I get to just be
I had
today.
to push record, and
She had to push all the
I had
buttons,
to do
all the right
everything.
buttons today.
I had to do everything all by myself.
Instead of shared work. Well, the card, whoops, that's not the card that came out. The card that came out for me, and it flew out, like within seconds, and I'm giggling because I have a pretty good idea where you guys are at in the program, was the number 2 card, art. And the importance of it. And while we were in this building, I was looking at all the books that are here for sale and thought, look at all the different art, like the covers, the copy, the font choices, the pictures, some pictures of people, some pictures of whatever the case may be, and how our body actually reacts to art. Everything can be considered art. I've been working out at the greenhouse, as lots of you know, and we do up little displays. So yesterday they were working on the water fountains that came in. Interesting how different people see different things. And what attracts the eye for one person isn't necessarily what attracts the eye for another. So I was having, oh, there you go. There's a few of them. I was having a conversation with one of the girls that was working on bringing in all of the water fountains and all the water features and kind of doing a bit of an inventory with it. And I asked her what was the first thing that caught her attention. So she said, and then one of the guys came up, and I said, what's the first thing that caught your attention? And he said his. And all three of us had different things that caught our attention. So I thought that was a really interesting concept, or not concept, but observation, that depending upon where we're at in our life, what catches our attention. The importance of the art. So what cards came up for you?
Well, no, let's just keep on with the art
Okay.
thing, because you're absolutely right. How one person feels about art necessarily isn't how the other person.
Exactly.
So very similar to maybe putting mirrors in the home, right? You had a personal experience with that. But it might be that when you have a piece of art in the home that you absolutely love, check in with the other people that live with you or come into the home and say, how do you feel about that art? What, and you might be surprised in that somebody might just say, oh, I absolutely do not like it. And so just that alone could be like a stop sign for that person maybe coming in, spending time in that space. And if it's maybe a room where you like to spend time, and maybe that person is your significant other or whatever, right? So little things, that subtle energy can have a huge influence on how people show up in a space.
100%.
How they feel.
100%. Yeah, we don't realize sometimes the importance of our environment, and that's why we come on here every Friday, talk about the energy of our environment and the impact that it's having on us. So, valid point. I mean, everybody can walk into one space and everybody's going to have a different reaction. So the importance of having in a home where your environment is calm and inviting for everybody and supportive for everybody means everybody's input is important.
And we talk sometimes about art as in being directional, right?
100%.
So sometimes a piece of art might have a landscape or an image or something that is subliminally pointing you out of or away from the space, or maybe up or down, or again, looking through your feng shui eyes, you can say, is this art, what's it reflecting? Is it giving me a subliminal message every day that is empowering or disempowering, right? Energy up, energy down, energy neutral. Or is it giving me that warm, fuzzy feeling? Is it kind of like, meh, blah, doesn't do anything for me? Because we want to surround ourselves with beauty, but beauty that inspires, that holds deep personal meaning for us, that makes us feel good.
Yeah, I agree. And art, I was working in the garden this morning, and I bought in some plants last night, so I'm doing a different color palette than I've ever done, trying something new. Shocking, I know, right? Art is completely subjective, 100% Dal. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so this morning I was having my coffee looking outside, and for me, and this is where I realized I've intuitively practiced Feng Shui all my life, because I had placed some plants where I'm going to plant them in the planters, and I sat there and went, that doesn't feel right, and moved a couple around, and then sat and looked at them and went, that's good, but I don't like that. So moved a couple of those around. So sometimes we buy on impulse because it looks nice in the surroundings it's in. And then we bring it home and our surroundings, our environment are slightly different, and it never feels the same. So just be cognizant of that. It's okay to buy things and move them around because it changes. And as Del said, it's subjective.
Right, and in saying that, are you settling, right? Now, are you settling because now you bought the thing and you brought it in, it's not quite working, but you're going to make do with it anyways.
Right, that's a different energy altogether.
Okay.
Cool. So 20 is plenty because we're going to give you a TIP. 20 is plenty for every card. And for art, sit back and contemplate. Do you like that? And then if you do share the space with someone else, ask their opinion.
And or maybe, like my house, I have kids that come and grandkids or whatever. Ask them, how does that piece of art make you feel?
Yeah.
Do you like it? Do you love it? Is it okay? And and you might want to just shift it a little bit.
Exactly.
Well,
all right. 2
cards flew out for me. Number 14, gardens.
Go figure.
I don't know.
How did that happen?
Why would we be talking about gardens? And then number 54, the center. And so relevant from this morning.
100%.
I'm gonna let you talk about this because I have to pop out and just grab something that we did in class this morning already.
Okay.
That is totally.
Oh, it's all related?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
well,
I'll be right back.
In my space, the gardens, of course, are where I spend a lot of time, especially in the spring, summer, fall. We love being outdoors in our yard. And your garden can also be feng shuied. How you set things up. Again, you talk about that chi flow. The bagua can be used, and she's got her bagua card handy here. The bagua can be used for everything. So if you've got a plot of land that is going to be your garden, why don't you experiment? Try something different once or twice and play with it, because the opportunity to increase those areas of the bagua for yourself and for your home and your yard may actually be in the soil in your garden. So wouldn't it be fun to set the bagua up in your garden? And in this case, you could do it just in color. I think that might be a fun experiment. Doing the bagua in the garden. Anyway.
Well, and actually yesterday we did a kind of like a little field trip.
Okay.
But we did it on Zoom with a client, and we actually did feng shui for her landscape.
Perfect.
With the students to practice. And one of the students came over to your place the other day and looked at your beautiful yard and garden for an example of how you can set it up for energy flow. And most importantly, I think, is also to anchor the energy of those 9 fundamental aspects of
Absolutely.
our life in which we operate from, and which we are always seeking to go back to, hence the card center, which is about,
Homeostasis and
calling,
balance.
calling yourself, the pieces and parts of you back, right? Having that central energy from, because, or it could be the opposite of that, from the center, all of these other pieces, and when you have the Bagua card, right in the center, around it, we have the other 8 areas of our life.
Exactly.
And all of that, the center is all about, being grounded, being
Balance.
It's about standing in your truth, being authentic. It's about just feeling good in your body, feeling good in your mind, feeling good, right? That whole holistic. And then, of course, when we relate it to the home, and I'll just read what it says on the card, when there is a space in the center of a home, it's an excellent location for a courtyard, atrium, or a collection of potted plants. It's the perfect place for things associated with the earth element, such as tile, ceramic, yellow, or earth-toned items, as well as the place to display art and images that keep you centered and connected through life's many challenges.
Oh my gosh. You seriously cannot make this stuff up. That's too funny.
Isn't that funny?
Okay, so what was the project you guys were working on this morning already?
Well, so part of Feng Shui is, we're always talking about that the inner world is being reflected in the outer world, and that our home environment is merely a mirror or a reflection of our personality, right? And so we have been practicing all week as well, starting our morning doing some inner world work, so that we can connect the inner world to what's happening in the spaces around us. And so part of that is doing some affirmations or affirmational work, and sometimes art
absolutely
acts as an affirmation. So it's affirming a thought, an idea, a feeling, subtly. Your subconscious is picking it up whether you know it or not. Same with gardens, right? Really, it's affirming the connection that you have to Gaia, etc.
Exactly.
Anyway, so one of the affirmations that we started with today, and I'm going to read this to you because it's beautiful. I plant new seeds in my garden of life. The seeds are those of loving relationships, radiant health, prosperity, and creativity. I dig out the weeds of anxiety, limitation, and fear so that the good can grow and bear fruit. Thoughts are the seeds, and I am the thinker. I do the planting, and I reap the harvest. I tend my garden with wisdom. And so it is.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And now put up the Bagua again for a moment.
Okay.
So in the Bagua, the 8 areas there, we have prosperity, we have health, we have creativity, right? How cool is that?
I think that's awesome.
Yay.
There. Oh.
Okay.
So what's the 20 is plenty? I've been trying to get it so the card. There we
the
go.
20. Yeah, the 20 is plenty. Well, again, you could take 20 minutes to do some inner work and see how your seeds, your thoughts, have been manifest,
germinating,
because they will. Everything that's shown up in your life right now to date is a result of how you think, how you feel, how your environment is affecting you. And if you don't like the results that are showing up, then maybe you got to plant some new seeds.
Exactly.
Maybe we got to dig out those weeds, right?
100%.
So that might be your 20 is plenty, and or like Cheryl suggested with the garden, if you're out there planting your garden, maybe you are digging some weeds in the flower bed. Maybe there's a plant that you can add, or a couple of plants that would help to anchor some of the areas of the bagua and lay the bagua right on your garden. And we can help you with that too.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
I love it.
We could.
All right, so what do we got for numbers? Because my card's a number 2. That's pretty easy. What do you got?
So I got a 9 and a 5.
9 and 5 is 14.
16, and then that makes
7.
7.
Didn't we have 7 last week?
Ooh, maybe we did. So we're still springboarding.
Yeah, love it. Well, you know I'm always going to refer to double digitology. Even when we're not at home, I still bring things with me.
Packs a book with her.
I like it. I like it because there's wisdom everywhere. All right, at a glance, I'm just going to read this paragraph, and I don't know why I was drawn to it, but it says, religiously speaking, the 7 has been a significant number in Christianity. It is built around 7-year cycles, 7 years of feast, 7 years of famine, 7 years of locusts, 7 years of, okay, for those of you in Alberta right now, forest tank caterpillars.
Yes, I was going to say
that's
exactly
the 7-year
the same.
cycle. And, of course, the 7-year itch is definitely a reality. In many, if not most relationships, there is a turning point around the 7 years. And that turning point may repeat every 7 years. So let me see. We're at 35. Oh, okay. Look at that. Anyway, the 7 is about, because Adirondack always has a few bullet points, going within, logical explanations, and learning from the cycles of life. I like it.
I think that all of that is very timely. 'Cause
I do too.
when you're planting a garden, right, those seeds, you know, they're going to bear fruit. That's the cycle.
Yep.
And that is also another reminder in Feng Shui, everything is energy.
Yes.
Everything is connected to energy, and energy is constantly moving, constantly flowing, growing, moving in a cycle.
Unless you have something stopping it. So think about those worldly possessions that are possibly blocking that flow of energy, that flow of chi.